Today we're doing the 3-week update for our Noel Kiss litter from Isle Labradoodles. Hi everybody, I'm Claire, and today's video is going to be on our puppies and giving you information on their 3-week update. And you can see on this puppy here, which is green collar, and many of the other puppies today, they look a little bit wet. And that's because they've just had a little bit of a bath. So that's part of what's gone on this week and what we're going to talk about in all of the milestones and the different things that have happened in the litter over the past week. And we'll also, as always, update their weights and give you some information about Ella. So the reason why the puppies are a little bit wet actually has to do with Ella. So we're going to do Ella's update first, and we'll let little green collar girl sit here for a little longer than the rest of them will. So a few days ago, Ella became ill with a condition called eclampsia. Eclampsia in dogs is similar to eclampsia in human women. And what it is for dogs is a complete depletion of calcium in their body. So it manifests itself in various ways. They pant, they get a bit of a temperature, they tend to shake, and they walk as if they're unsteady on their feet. So of course, as soon as we noticed that Ella was in some distress, we took her to the vet immediately. And at the vet, what they do is they give them oral, sub-Q, and IV calcium, just to shoot those calcium levels up as fast as they can. And then once they're stabilized and their levels are up, they're monitored for a while, they're given more fluids, and then they come home. Now, normally when this happens, we wean the puppies right away. In this case, the puppies were 2.5 weeks old, so that is very young to start weaning them at. Puppies do not enjoy being bottle fed, and it is always a little bit of a fight with them to take a bottle. So we worked out a plan with our veterinarian so that we were able to allow Ella to still nurse the puppies. And we also supplemented them with puppy formula. And puppy formula is called Espalac. And it is designed to be as close to mama dog's milk as possible. So the puppies learned very quickly how to lap out of a pan, way ahead of what they normally would be. But they're not exactly tidy at doing it, and they haven't quite mastered it even at 3 weeks yet. So you'll see on some of them they have quite a bit of stickiness on their back, and we gave them a little bit of a bath and cleaned up their heads and their faces so that you can see what they look like as opposed to just looking at some goat's milk and pablum. So the puppies have graduated from their formula only supplement, so that now they are lapping out of the pan with a lot of familiarity and quite comfortable with it. And we have pablum and pumpkin mixed in with the goat's milk, and they really actually quite enjoy it. So they've already all learned the famous puppy, puppy, puppy call, and they all come scrambling out waiting for their meal. So Ella still sleeps with them overnight. She has access to go in and out of where they are, so she can pick when she does and doesn't wish to nurse with them and be with them. And she also goes in through the day, but only 2 or 3 times during the day. The rest of the time they're eating their formula. And we have a special suit. It's called a surgical suit, and it covers Ella from head to toe. And what it does primarily is it protects her from the puppies nursing off of her when we don't want them to do so. So that means that she's able to still do all of her mummy jobs and go in and play with them and teach them their lessons, clean them up and care for them, but without any risk of her nursing them to the point where she would get eclampsia again. And we're also giving her extra calcium so that we're sure that her levels stay up. And with calcium, it's also really important to include other vitamins and minerals with that, so the calcium is properly absorbed. So vitamin D, phosphorus are also included in the regime that we have for her. Now you may wonder, why do some dogs get eclampsia? There's no real reason that anyone knows for sure. We have had it happen with a couple of our dogs. They're not related, and there doesn't seem to be a single causation. We've had our diet analyzed by multiple experts, and all of them agree it is a superb diet. So it's not their diet. It doesn't appear to be anything that's genetic. It's just something that happens. It's very similar with women. They also are unable to really have a cause and effect relationship figured out for it. But the good news is all the puppies are thriving. They've all gained weight. They've all learned how to lap out of the pan a little bit earlier than normal, and they've already learned how to come to puppy. So it was not the way we had planned for things to go, but no harm done. And Ella's just doing great. Ella's fabulous. She continues to eat really well. She's the happiest dog. Her guardians, Donna and Ross, just do such an amazing job with Ella. She's just a delight to have. So now let's get to the puppies. This is Green Color Girl, and you can see she's already chomping on my finger a bit because the teeth are starting to come in. And Green Color Girl is our little black phantom girl. And this little girl is quite the little talker. She always lets us know if the pan of food is getting to be on the low side, and she is already starting to play with toys and really enjoying interacting with the toys. And Green Color Girl is now weighing 1.19 kilograms. All of the puppies are over a kilogram now, so they're all doing well. There was no loss of weight or anything with Ella not feeling well. So, well, you can see this little one, I cleaned her and I didn't do a very good job. I still left some of her food on her feet there. They do tend to wear it under their chin and on their feet because they all walk through the pan. It's really quite funny. So that's our little Green Collar Girl. Next, we're going to have little Red Collar Girl. There we go. Hi, baby. Little Red Collar Girl is also a black phantom, the same as her sister is, except for she has white on her chest and under her chin as well. Now, you've heard me refer to this little girl as a tri-phantom. And a tri is one of the things that breeders often disagree about. What is a tri, really? And technically speaking, if a dog is a tri, it isn't just that they have the 3 colors. It's that they are a full phantom and a party. And you can tell, and a party is a dog that is 2 colors, such as our dog Ripple or Bernadette, and also Trip is a party. Trip is actually a tri. So when you look at Trip, you can see he is a phantom and a party. Now when you look at this little girl, she's clearly not a party. She is a phantom with some white on her. Now when I'm talking to you, I usually just refer to this as a tri as well, just because who cares? If you're getting a pet puppy, you don't really care about all that breeder talk. And your eyes start to glaze over, I'm sure, and it gets so confusing. So when I refer to her as a tri, I am simply meaning she has 3 colors, and not that we're doing by the absolute technical explanation. So Miss Red Collar Girl, she is the tiniest puppy in the litter, and she is now weighing 1.02 kilograms. And this little girl is full of life. She is the most feisty, full of beans little puppy. She goes up to the toys. We have toys hanging off of the X pen now. She bats them around. She growls at them. She barks at them. Oh, she is the most talkative and expressive little girl. She really has a lot of personality. And we have one of our puppies from the New Year litter with us still. Because of all the weather we've had on Vancouver Island, some of our families coming to pick up their little Labradoodle puppies from the New Year litter were not able to get here last weekend. So we have Teddy staying with us. And Teddy is a little mini chocolate Labradoodle puppy. And so he is out in the doodle den and in the house, and so he's interacting with these puppies regularly. So he goes up to the X pan and he puts his little brown nose through there, and these Labradoodle puppies just love playing with each other. It's hilarious. And Red Collar Girl, she is particularly enamored of Teddy. She is always there with her little tail going a mile a minute and giving him kisses. It's very cute to watch. So that's our little Red Collar Girl. And next we have Light Blue Collar Boy. Hello, sweetie. There we go. Now, Mr. Light Blue Collar Boy. He is our tuxedo type boy who is a beautiful, also so handsome, milk chocolate brown and white. This little guy is just a sweetheart. He is so sweet. He's very quiet. He does not fuss when there is a lot of things going on. He's just happy to take it easy, sit back and watch and see what's going on. He's doing really well at his eating, and he too has started to play with the toys quite a bit. His favorite toy is the big green alligator that we have. And the big green alligator is about 4 times as big as the puppies. It makes a kind of a grunting sound, and he's very plush. So the puppies, I think, feel that that's another being, and you can often see them snuggling right up to the alligator. Mr. Blue Collar boy, he doesn't mind running around and trying to push Mr. Green Alligator around at all. Do you? No, you're trying to see how tough you are. And Mr. Light Blue is weighing in right now at 1.29 kilograms. So he's doing really nicely. He also has no problems eating out of the pan, although we have found him a couple of times lying right in the pan. I guess that way he can make sure that he gets his fair share by covering it all up with his beautiful little self. That's my boy. Next we have Orange Color Girl. Orange Color Girl is our chocolate, and we will call her a tri-phantom. She is the 3 colors. She's chocolate, and then she is the beautiful light brown, caramel shade, and the white. Miss Orange Collar Girl is one of the very quietest puppies in the litter. She's often the last one to do things. She's not a leader by any means. She likes to take things slow. She thinks things through, and you can see she's a little bit, not worried so much, but she's like, I'm not too sure what we're doing. She didn't really particularly enjoy me bathing her head at all. She didn't think that was fun at all, did you? No, you didn't. And so she is doing great. She's pretty good at lapping up out of the pan. She is one that was one of the first ones to start off eating out of the pan, but then she seemed to forget how to do it for a while, and she was always falling in almost head first. She is quite fond of Teddy and putting her nose through the bars as well, but she's not as keen on the toys yet. She's batted them around a little bit and looked at them, but she's not really into that quite yet. She's a little bit of a slower developer. So Miss Orange Collar Girl is weighing in at 1.22 kilograms now. We have the puppies in crates while we're in here filming the video, so you can hear some of them talking about what they think about being in a crate for the first time. So that's our beautiful little Orange Collar Girl. Next we have Dark Blue. Now this little guy, this is a red caramel Labradoodle puppy. And sometimes people ask, why is he a red caramel and not a red? His coat is red, obviously, as you can see, but you can tell his nose is brown, liver, rose, and that means he's a red caramel. If he had a little bossy down there, if he had a black nose, then he would be a red dog. So if you look on our website, and if you check out Lainey's profile, you'll see that she is a red dog because she has a black nose. So Labradoodles that have a red coat and a black nose are red, and Labradoodles who have a red coat like this beautiful boy and have a brown nose are red caramels. Either way, we think this little guy is just a really handsome little dude. Now this guy is a little bit closer to Orange Collar. He's not too outgoing, he's not too loud, not like the one who's in the crate talking, and I'll bet my last dollar that's probably Red Collar Girl. It certainly sounds like her. And this little guy, he's much quieter, he's much more easygoing, just takes things as they are, doesn't worry too much about things. Oh, Reynolds just telling me it's actually Light Blue who's making all the racket, not red. My mistake. But this guy, he can see he's quiet, he's calm, and Mr. Dark Blue Collar weighs 1.71 kilograms. So he's really getting up there in size. I'm just making sure I'm reading Reynolds' writing properly there. No, he's 1.11 kilograms. So I was going to say that would make him the biggest puppy. And actually the biggest one now is Light Blue Collar Boy at 1.28. So this guy's 1.11, pretty close. So that's our handsome little Dark Blue Collar Boy. Next we have Yellow Collar Boy. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of complaining down there. Hi buddy. This guy is a doll. He is just the sweetest little guy. He is another one who will tell us if he doesn't like things, but mostly what he does is talk to Mama Ella. Oh my goodness, does he talk to Mama Ella. As soon as she comes anywhere near them, or even if she just enters the room, he's right there, right at the X-pen, full of comments, and squeals and excitement. His little tail goes 100 miles an hour. And then if she walks by and doesn't come in to see him or doesn't come and nurse him, oh, it's so sad. And he gives us the saddest sounds. He has a very, very expressive little voice that he uses. So this little guy is actually a black phantom, and he also has plenty of white. So a tri in layman's term, but not a tri in technical breeder terms. You can see he's got lots of red on, or lots of red, lots of white on his tummy there, on his paws, right up his face. He is just the coolest looking little guy, and just a really sweet little soul. He's very clever, he's very aware of his surroundings and very attuned to them. So he too enjoys playing with Teddy and having a good time with him, and he's having no problem eating out of the pan, although I'll tell you, he is the one out of the litter who much prefers to nurse from Mama Ella more than anything. And Mr. Yellow Collar is the same weight as Dark Blue. He is 1.11 kilograms as well, doing great. And last but not least, we have our pretty little red caramel Labradoodle girl, Miss Purple Collar. Hello, sweetheart. Miss Purple Collar is just a little doll too. Oh, she's so kissy, as you can see. She always really appreciates being picked up and held. She loves to give kisses. She's probably the puppy who's the most affectionate with people at this point in time. If Ella is nearby, she'll say, "Oh, hi, Mom, hi," and she'll give her lots of attention, but she never stops and never fails to come and notice me or whatever other person is nearby. And when I come into the room or am near where they are, she's immediately out to come and see me, unless she's sound asleep, of course. She's always so happy to see people and always has her tail wagging like mad to say, "Hi, here I am. Look at me. Pay attention to me." And you can see she has this little tiny bit of white on her, which is so pretty. And Miss, or a Purple Collar girl rather, is weighing in at 1.08 kilograms. So she's the second smallest. Red Collar girl is the smallest, followed by Purple Collar girl. And I'm just going to get Reynolds to pass me Red Collar girl again, if he doesn't mind, if he can find her here, because I forgot to just show you one part of Red Collar girl. Thanks, Reynolds. There you go. This is just a color thing and just part of how it looks. Red Collar girl, you can see she has a lot of white on her tummy. So this is what I mean when I refer to them as being tri and having three colors. She has a significant amount of white on her tummy, under her chin, and a little bit of a white mustache there. And she even has a little bit of white on the side of her nose. And then she also has the white toes, which are right now also orange, covered with some of the pumpkin. So I just wanted to point that out because I haven't shown you their tummies before. So that's all the puppies from the litter, and that's their update and what they've been up to. They've all made the move to a bigger area, which we have them in now. They're out of the nest and doing really well with the move. They all love their crate. So generally they're all in a crate together, and they all sleep in the crate. Ella goes in and feeds them in the crate. So already they're making those positive associations with the crate, which is what we really like. And they're also learning where to go to the bathroom. So when they wake up from their naps in the crate, they come out and we have pee pads right immediately in front of the crate, and that's where they go to the bathroom. And they're really good. That's where they almost always go, maybe a little bit over to the next pee pad, and then their dish is farther out in the room, and that area usually doesn't have very much pee or poo in it, if any at all. Sometimes some, but mostly they know this is where we go, this is where we sleep, and this is where we eat. So it's great. So we're just capitalizing on all of those natural instincts and all those natural things that they have, and all the things that are going to help making things easier for you when you get your puppy home for house training and sleeping through the night in the crate and just being a happy Labradoodle puppy. So we hope you enjoyed this episode and the 3-week update for the Noel Kiss Labradoodle puppies. I always love doing these videos because I get all the kisses from the puppies, and nothing's nicer than puppy kisses. If you have any questions about the puppies, how they're doing, eclampsia, Ella, feeding them, their colors, anything at all, please feel free to comment below the video here. I'm always happy to answer all of your questions. And if you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. And thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week for our week 4 update.